about alternate fuels, we've spoken about alternate tech. Let me take you back to about a decade ago when I used to address sessions. My talk usually used to start with gentlemen and gentlemen. It never used to be ladies and gentlemen. So I'm very happy to see the refreshing change where I get a chance to say in the logistics forum that good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So that is really a refreshing change. But having said that, road transport industry is not an easy industry to be in. You're on the job 24/7. You have to keep a track of your trucks whenever and wherever they are in whatever condition. And trust me, this industry is such, it keeps bringing surprises and shocks. Friends, while we speak about the transport industry, as Ram rightly said, his life partner is with him, and we also see a lot of women in the transport industry. But when we talk about truck driving, that is one area where we don't see many female truck drivers, especially when it comes to larger trucks. So friends, first on the panel, I would like to invite India's first long-haul women truck driver, Yogita Raghuvanshi ji. In fact, very surprisingly, while, of course, I know Yogita ji for quite some time now. Please take a seat, Yogita ji. I met another two female truck drivers driving in Pune. They are driving with Kaur, who, as I said, has this habit of driving off in her company trucks. Friends, in the last few years, another important change we've seen in the industry is that the infrastructure has grown by leaps and bounds. You see expressways, you see highways, 4-lane roads, which has made driving, which has made trucking, and the logistics industry much. Panelists are multitasking women. When I say multitasking, they are multitasking to the core. They manage families. What was the reason? क्या सोच के आप ट्रक में बैठे? आप करना क्या चाहते थे? Was it just a joyride?
I hope it's working. Thank you for the question, Garish. जब मैंने ये इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन किया, I was thinking, I was dealing with the truck drivers. That is the main reason मैंने ये इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन किया, क्योंकि हमारी मैनेजमेंट एक टेस्टिमोनियल करना चाहती थी मेरे साथ, क्योंकि they were facing some driver issue. So initially I was thinking कि जब मैंने उनके साथ इंटरेक्ट करना शुरू किया, then I used to call them for कि कहाँ पे हो, क्यों लेट हो रहे हो. I was thinking they are making lame excuses. So हम लोग बड़ी जल्दी डाउट भी करते हैं, right? बिलीव करते हैं, पर as well as we have that kind of habit. So मेरे को लगा कि again and again they are making same excuses. ट्रैफिक में फंस गए और RTO ने पकड़ लिया. RTO is asking for the money और अरे मैडम खाना नहीं मिला, हमें खाना बनाना पड़ा. They were facing lots of problems. So I decided to go with them. So first hand experience मतलब बड़े अच्छे रहते हैं if you work with the drivers. So then I realized their life is very tough on the roads. First thing I have learned कि जब वो drive करते हैं, please do not call them. Right? We always put a blame on the drivers for the accident, right? So I have learned one thing कि आप GPS tracking में देखो, अगर गाड़ी ड्राइविंग में मोड में है तो आप ड्राइवर को कॉल मत करो. One thing. And then second thing I have learned from these my journey in the trucks कि I was thinking कि मुझे ड्राइवर से डील करना है इन मतलब I have to sit in a AC cabin and जब भी ड्राइवर्स आएंगे in a yard I'll go and meet them, right? I was very rigid earlier, but आप जब एक transport company में काम करते हो और you are dealing with the drivers, you cannot be rigid, right? So I have learned one thing: be very flexible. So if you are flexible, you are efficient, right? So we are always talking about the sustainability, the efficiency, right? So efficiency. So I have learned that I am more flexible, I am more efficient, I am more I am not rigid at all. And now I am thinking कि drivers, अगर they are talking about some problems, you have to deal with them. You have to understand their problems now. So yeah, it was a learning experience for me. Sorry to cutting you. और yeah, you are very right. मैंने कितने सारे जर्नी कर लिए हैं, अभी मुझे मौका मिलता नहीं है और ज़बरदस्ती कोई भी एक रीज़न अपने आप से कभी-कभी बना के मतलब I love to sit in a truck.
You know, they say the wearer know where the shoe bites. So actually, until you travel in a truck, you wouldn't really know what the driver goes through. And let us get a first-hand perspective on what a driver goes through. योगिता जी, आप कई सालों से ट्रक चला रहे हो. Tell me, कितना मुश्किल है on the road? What are the challenges?
मुझे तो लाइफ में कुछ मुश्किल लगा ही नहीं पहली बात.
I think that deserves an applause because last week I interviewed about 80 truck drivers and everybody said life was hell. So coming from you, I think it's wonderful. Absolutely. But Yogita ji, how did you आप ट्रक ड्राइविंग में कैसे आए? Because यहाँ पे मर्द नहीं आना चाहते और आप एक औरत होकर ट्रक ड्राइविंग प्रोफेशन में आए.
जितने भी लोग बैठे हैं वो सभी उनके खुद के प्रोफेशन में आना नहीं चाहते होंगे, फिर भी वो आए हैं उस प्रोफेशन में.
बट योगिता जी, जैसे कहा जाता है कि हाईवे पे चैलेंजेस बहुत है, स्पेशली पुलिस को लेके, फैसिलिटीज़ को लेके. आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा है?
एक्चुअली आप वो सारी प्रॉब्लम या चैलेंज कहते हैं, उनको जो बातचीत करना है, फेस करना है, या फिर कोई चालान बना दिया तो उसे हैंडल करना है, या फिर गाड़ी में कोई कमी है, मोटर व्हीकल एक्ट के धारा के इसके तहत आपने लाइट में ब्लैक पट्टी नहीं लगाई है, चारों तरफ नंबर प्लेट नहीं लगाई है, ड्राइवर का यूनिफॉर्म नहीं पहनना है. एक्चुअली ये चैलेंजेस नहीं है, ये रूटीन लाइफ का एक पार्ट है. तो मैं उसे इस नज़रिए से देखती हूँ, इसलिए मुझे चैलेंज कभी लगा ही नहीं.
लेकिन ट्रक चलाना हार्श कंडीशंस में, कभी गर्मी है, कभी ठंड है, आप कैसे एडजस्ट करते हो उससे?
एक्चुअली मैं एडजस्ट नहीं करती हूँ, हमारी बॉडी वैसी बन जाती है, हम जिस फील्ड में होते हैं उसे हम लोग मैनेज कर लेते हैं. मतलब हमारी बॉडी वैसी बन करके हमें कभी गर्मी नहीं लग रही है, कभी ठंड ज़्यादा नहीं लग रही है, बारिश भी हो रही तो गीले भी हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप उस हैबिट में, आदत में आ जाते हो.
Friends, you'll be very surprised to know it is often said that the
Am I
cops on the road are very corrupt. They stop truck drivers, they take money from them. But Yogita ji ka record hai, she has never given any bribe to any police officer. ये आप कैसे मैनेज करते हो? What is the skill there? Everybody's keen to know that secret.
देखिए, जैसे मैं किसी शहर में चली गई और मुझे पता नहीं है वहाँ पे हैवी व्हीकल नो एंट्री का बोर्ड लगा भी नहीं है, तो मैं सीधी अंदर चली गई. जब तक कोई पुलिस वाले ने रोका नहीं तब तक तो मैं चली जा रही हूँ आगे. पुलिस वाला बोल रहा है नो एंट्री में, आप कहाँ आ गए? मैंने कहा आपने तो कहीं कोई बोर्ड लगाया नहीं था, ये लगा होता तो मैं नहीं आती. तो फिर मेरी तो इसमें कोई गलती नहीं है. फिर वो पुलिस वाला अपने बाइक से मुझे बाहर निकालता है वापस. इस तरह से मैनेज कर लेती हूँ ईजीली.
लेकिन टेल मी, क्या एक औरत ट्रक ड्राइवर होना, इज इट बेनिफिशियल इन अ वे कि आपको लोग हेल्प करते हैं? डज दैट वर्क इन योर फेवर?
मेरे इंजन का कोई मतलब या तो मेरे पंप का कोई छोटा सा स्क्रू या कुछ जिसकी वजह से गाड़ी चालू नहीं हो रही है, बीच में ही बंद हो गई, उसे मुझे चेंज करना है या कुछ करना है, तो ऐसी पोजीशन में एक इंसान वहाँ चाहिए उसको सेट करने के लिए, और एक इंसान स्टीयरिंग पे बैठा हुआ होना चाहिए. जब मैं सिंगल ही होती हूँ तो मेरे पास कोई और नहीं होता है, तब पब्लिक ही मुझे हेल्प करती है. वो वहाँ पर पानी से उसको फिट करेगी और मैं इधर रेस दूंगी तो मुझे पता चलेगा कि कितना उसे टाइट करना है.
Right. I think Ram, you can start having women truck drivers as well. Anjana ji, coming to you, आपने अपना फैमिली बिजनेस ज्वाइन किया हस्बैंड के साथ. How did that happen? What prompted you to join? कुछ आप स्टार्टिंग से थे ही नहीं शायद, आप मैरिज के बाद ही आप आए.
मैरिज के भी 13 इयर्स तक मैं घर में थी एज अ होम मेकर. उसके बाद सडनली वन डे माय हस्बैंड सेड कि आई नीड अ हेल्पिंग हैंड, यू हैव 2-3 आवर्स डेली, व्हाई डोंट यू जॉइन मी. ऐसे करके मैंने शुरू किया, और बिज़नेस वो भी ट्रकिंग का बिल्कुल ज़ीरो था. बहुत चीज़ें समझनी पड़ी, सीखनी पड़ी, लेकिन हरिंदर के जैसे मैंने ट्रक में बैठ के ट्रैवल तो नहीं किया, लेकिन हाँ अपनी कार से मैंने बहुत रोड ट्रैवल किया, सिर्फ ये समझने के लिए कि ड्राइवर को रोड पे क्या क्या समस्याएं आती है। बिकॉज व्हेनेवर मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ड्राइवर्स को टैकल करना, मैं बेसिकली ड्राइवर मैनेजमेंट ही देखती हूँ अपनी कंपनी में, तो ड्राइवर को टैकल ऑफिस में बैठ के नहीं किया जा सकता है। वो आपको मिसगाइड करेगा और आप उस चीज़ को, या उसकी सही में समस्या भी है तो आप समझ ही नहीं पाएंगे, उसके लिए आपको रोड पे उतरना ही पड़ेगा। तो मैंने बहुत रोड ट्रैवल किया है, लोडिंग पॉइंट्स, अनलोडिंग पॉइंट्स, इन सबको देख के सीख के और फिर ड्राइवर्स को टैकल कर रही हूँ। एंड टच वुड, मेरी कंपनी में कोई भी गाड़ी कभी भी बिना ड्राइवर के खड़ी नहीं होती है। पिता और पुत्र की जोड़ियाँ भी मेरे यहाँ ड्राइवर है, दैट इज़ अ ब्लेसिंग फॉर मी।
I mean, friends, it is really commendable because we are talking of driver shortage to the extent of 18-20%, and here we have a company with no driver shortage. But Vandati, let me ask you here, a woman handling a truck driver vis-a-vis a man handling a truck driver, क्या वो attitude change, does that help?
मे बी इनिशियल 4-5 ईयर्स में मुझे भी हेजिटेशन था, मैंने ज्वाइन तो कर लिया था पर मैं ड्राइवर से सीधे बात नहीं करती थी, वाया मैनेजर्स ही बात करती थी। लेकिन धीरे धीरे मुझे समझ में आया कि अगर बैकबोन जो है हमारी इंडस्ट्री की वो ड्राइवर है, अगर बिजनेस में आगे बढ़ना है तो ड्राइवर को मैनेज करना बहुत ज़रूरी है और उसको मैनेजर्स के थ्रू नहीं किया जा सकता है। तो मैं अपना हेजिटेशन छोड़ के आगे बढ़ी और हो सकता है कि एक लेडी से बात कैसे करना है इसका उन लोगों ने भी लिहाज किया और कहीं ना कहीं बात अच्छी बनी और आगे बढ़ती गई।
Let me bring in Anuradha ji here. Friends, Anuradha ji was handling primarily accounts. So she was looking at the back end part of the things, but due to some unfortunate incidents, she had to come in the forefront. Anuradha ji, handling drivers, how did you manage that? Because बाकी सब तो संभल जाता है, drivers को कैसे handle करते हो आप? Hello, check.
Yeah, initially my husband was handling the drivers, and I had a mishap and I had to step in. And there was a period of about 1 year where I had to even interact with the drivers, and there were a lot of old drivers who supported. And हम लोग सोचते हैं ड्राइवर खाली चोरी करता है, ऐसा नहीं है, वो भी, उनका भी एक ह्यूमन हार्ट है, एंड दे आर देयर टू हेल्प। एंड अगर हमारी कंपनी ग्रो करेगी तो साथ साथ वो भी ग्रो करते हैं। तो for that 1 year I had to like interact with the drivers, and I had to take care of a lot of things because my sons stepped in at that time, and with God's grace they picked up everything, and now at present my children are only handling the drivers. I am taking care of other things in the company.
But tell me, over the years, has life become simpler for you in terms of managing the business? Because a lot of help from IT has come in as well.
Definitely. जब मैंने बिजनेस ज्वाइन किया था, इट वाज इन 1992-93। तो उस समय क्या था, इट वाज लाइक आया राम गया राम, आया है तो गया क्यों नहीं, गया है तो फिर वापस आया क्यों नहीं। इट यूज्ड टू बी लाइक दैट। एंड ड्राइवर पास में खड़ा होता था और वो बोलता था मैं 200 किलोमीटर दूर हूँ, पैसे ख़त्म हो गए, ये हो गया, वो हो गया। सो उस टाइम में भी लोगों ने बहुत अर्निंग्स की हैं, but things were like very mismanaged, and we really needed this change. And now we have live locations, and वो सारी चीज़ें जिसके कारण we were losing, those have been wiped out. And जो हमको आज की डेट में टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ में इतनी हेल्प मिल गई है, it's amazing.
You used to handle a lot of cash back in the days, you know, because a lot of
Yeah.
transaction was in cash.
Yes.
So has this transition again made life easier for you with online payments?
Definitely. अब तो cash transaction is almost zero. Almost zero.
Do you miss signing checks?
It's not possible. Actually, if we really think of it, कि हम उस समय इतना वो करते थे और आज इतने ट्रांसफर्स हो रहे हैं दिन भर, अगर हमको आज चेक साइन करके ये सब करना पड़ता तो it would have been like a nightmare only. It would have been difficult.
Ishani, coming to you, you know, we keep talking about trucks. I mean, trucks have really gone, a lot of transformation has happened, cabins have become better. What about the construction equipment? That's a very specialized field. What changes have you seen there?
I think a lot of things that apply to truck industry in general. I have seen similar changes in earth moving or construction industry. So if we talk about quarry or mines, and if I take some example, digital transformation and connectivity, we want to monitor our machines remotely, and there was a time when we were only monitoring our machines. So what is fuel consumption? What are the DTC trouble codes on the machine now? We are interested in looking at overall job site productivity. So if you have mixed fleet, there are backhoes from, let's say, Caterpillar, and you have loaders from John Deere. You want to see overall how these machines are operating together on a job site and what is overall job site productivity, because that is what customer is interested in, right? So we have seen a lot of advancements in overall connectivity, APIs, digital transformation, monitoring aspect of it. Another big aspect that I think we talked about this afternoon is lack of skilled labor. And it's pretty much everywhere in all the industries. So I have seen, especially like if you have heard Caterpillar, Volvo, they have autonomous trucks on the quarry, on the mines, and that's also for the safety. So automation, autonomous vehicles have picked up. So another example could be if you know the wood gun machines and you are doing road building, you need or not, yes, in certain occasions millimeter, but centimeter level of accuracy. GNSS is picking up, right? So that's a bigger change. Job site safety, so obstacle detection. Now imagine you are on a construction job site and there are piles, there are people, there are obstacles, and there are a lot of things. Sometimes you treat them as an obstacle, sometimes not. Like on a construction job site or a mine, people are obstacles and piles are not obstacles, right? So how do you apply intelligence so that you can detect safety incidents on the job site? So I think a lot of things have changed in last few years.
But tell me, again, the construction equipment segment has again been a male-dominated space. Do you have women in your team, and what is your driving force there?
I think I'll give multiple answer to that, and I have seen changes in every level. So I have about 15 years of experience with John Deere, and pretty much all my experience is with construction machines. And unfortunately, we do not have presence in construction market in India, so I work on global products, so that's little global perspective, but we definitely sell tractors in India. What I have been hearing from my India marketing team is we have been seeing more and more women driving tractors now. That's a change. Even if when they are not driving, they are involved in decision making, purchase decision making, right? Family कौन से brand का tractor खरीदेगा? We have seen more number of women at our dealership. So they are part of dealership network. So अगर customer change हो रहा है, dealership में ज़्यादा women presence है, of course you need more women at marketing and product management because that's a perspective that you want to add. And overall in John Deere context, if I say we have about 15 to 20% women engineers at our workforce, and that's growing. So I think at every level I'm seeing more and more women presence. Prominently, we have more women presence in software industry and embedded software and IT, but if you look at your customer base, the numbers are changing now.
Interesting. Coming to the bomb girl, Meenal, you work in a space which is very, very challenging simply because of the kind of cargo you carry. Can you tell the audience a little bit about what kind of checks are required to make sure that there is no, incident on the road?
So starting from day one, whereby when we get an order to place a vehicle, so when we get an order to place a vehicle, there are a lot of documentation involved whereby both the loading point and the unloading point have to issue letters for each and every load. Each and every load is communicated to each and every police station on the entire route. So it's an entire 24-hour process whereby from the communication that we get from the company saying that this load has to happen to the entire police station and everything being informed, and then the vehicle gets loaded. And we have to follow fixed routes. We have to ensure that we have guards in the vehicle. There is, of course, GPS tracking and all that is mandatory, is out of question now. More than us tracking the vehicles, my customer and my suppliers are tracking my vehicle. So it's all about, we can't go off route. If we go off route even for half an hour, we are blacklisted. We have driving time, so we cannot drive post 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning. So they are monitoring constantly. So whereby most transporters say that we have to, manage our GPS and everything. We luckily don't have to do it. Our customers and suppliers do it for us. Only thing that when there is a deviation, we have to handle those situations. So yeah, there is a lot of compliance involved considering the kind of product that we deal with. We deal with hazardous goods. Fortunately, not an explosive like Girish says. It's just that it's used in manufacturing of explosives. That's why the entire regulation's in place. And the product got highlighted because of the bomb blast in Bombay. The same product was used for the train blasts in Bombay. That's how the product got highlighted and so many regulations came in place. So
But tell me, before you joined your father's business, were you aware that all these regulations would be there? I mean, did you know what trap you're getting into?
Well, fortunately, when I got into the business, there were no traps. These traps fell into place only post 2012. So they're pretty recent, but yeah, I mean, of course, we were very regulated product, very specialized always. Documentations and the compliance became stricter post 2012. I was kind of aware that we are into transport, but I think as a child, I have seen my father do the business, and it came very naturally. It didn't sound that as if a rocket science. It didn't sound that, oh, I'm going to get into something which is very tricky, because you've just grown up with it, right? It's natural. It's like, okay, take care, we're going to office. That kind of a thing.
Friends, very surprisingly, a lot of companies have put regulations where trucks are not allowed to run between 12 midnight to morning 4 or 5. Maybe due to the nature of goods or whatever. But Yogita ji, she drives primarily at night. Yogita ji, क्या reason है कि आप रात को ट्रक चलाना prefer करते हो?
मुझे रात में ट्रक चलाना ज़्यादा पसंद इसलिए है क्योंकि जो भी सिटीज़ होती है मुझे उनके बाईपास यूज़ नहीं करने पड़ते हैं। तो सिटीज़ से हम लोग लगभग 25-30 किलोमीटर कम हो जाता है, हमारा डीजल बच जाता है। सेकंड, रात में चलाने से ट्रैफिक कम होता है, जिसकी वजह से हमें बार बार गियर चेंज करना, ब्रेक लगाना, इन चीज़ों से भी हम बच जाते हैं। तो जितना दिन में सफ़र क्लियर मतलब हम लोग तय नहीं कर पाते हैं, उससे ज़्यादा सफ़र हम लोग रात में तय कर लेते हैं। तो मुझे रात में ड्राइविंग करना ज़्यादा पसंद है।
Friends, before I get to my next round of questions, does anyone from the audience want to ask any questions? Because getting a women panel in the logistics segment is a very rare thing. So any questions from the audience? Okay. योगिता जी, आपसे एक फाइनल क्वेश्चन। ट्रक ड्राइवर की लाइफ को बेहतर बनाने के लिए क्या चेंजेस होने चाहिए?
ट्रक ड्राइवर की लाइफ को बेहतर बनाने के लिए जो समाज में अभी एट प्रेजेंट में जो भी लोग हैं, आसपास जो भी उनसे जुड़े हुए हैं, एक तो उन्होंने ट्रक ड्राइवर्स के लिए पॉजिटिविटी लानी चाहिए अपने आँखों में और हमारे सोच में। सेकंड, ट्रक ड्राइवर्स के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने कोशिश करना, ट्रक ड्राइवर्स के लिए नहीं, जो भी मतलब एजुकेशन को ज़्यादा महत्व देना चाहिए, गवर्नमेंट ने देना चाहिए। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा गवर्नमेंट तो देती है, कोशिश करती है, लेकिन फिर भी जो पेरेंट्स होते हैं, जो बच्चा बड़ा हो रहा है, उसे सीरियसली स्कूल भेज के उसका एजुकेशन कंप्लीट कराना बहुत ज़रूरी है। जो उन्हें कॉन्शियस रहना सिखाते हैं सभी चीज़ों के लिए, क्योंकि एक कॉन्शियस माइंड ही अच्छा ड्राइवर भी बन सकता है और वो सारी चीज़ें फेस कर सकता है। तो सबसे पहले तो शुरुआत इन दो चीज़ों की होनी चाहिए कि हमें उनके प्रति सोचना चाहिए, और बाय चांस वो एजुकेटेड नहीं है या कुछ बैड हैबिट लग गई है तो हमें समझना चाहिए कि बैड हैबिट वो इंसान ने स्वयं नहीं लगाई है, उसका फ्रेंड सर्कल ऐसा होगा या फिर उसका एटमॉस्फेयर ऐसा होगा जिसकी वजह से उसे बैड हैबिट लगी है। तो इस चीज़ को समझने की ज़रूरत है, उनके ऊपर थोड़ा सा बिलीव करना चाहिए कि हाँ वो सच बोल रहा है, और बाय चांस यदि वो झूठ बोल के भी कोई बात कर रहे हैं तो वो किस वजह से झूठ बोल रहे हैं, उसके पीछे की वजह को समझना ज़रूरी है।
Harinder, coming to you, after you joining the business, how much things changed from the driver's perspective?
recently I have seen your episode, right? The Sunday segment, right? So evidently I have seen a lot of changes in our drivers, right? So मैंने वहाँ पे उस episode में I'm not targeting any company or any drivers. So I have seen के उसमें काफ़ी drivers थे. The problem is same, right? They have the RTO issues, police issue, the restroom issues, high खाने का उनका fooding issues. They have the common thing they have, right? So I have seen कि जब आपके ड्राइवर्स के बारे में कोई और बोलता है तब एक तो recently the Volvo Eicher has shared something with us कि एक हमारे ड्राइवर्स के बीच में हम लोग एक प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे थे जब मैंने ये ज्वाइन किया, हमारे मैनेजमेंट ने जब डिसाइड किया मुझे लाने के लिए, we were facing fuel theft issues. एंड वन थिंग कि वो एक थ्रेट देते थे रास्ते में कि आप इतना पैसा नहीं दोगे मैं गाड़ी छोड़ के चला जाऊंगा, राइट? तो ये तो चीज़ें डिज़ोल्व हो ही गई हैं. रिसेंटली मैं आइशर में अभी लास्ट वीक हम लोग गाड़ियों का हैंड ओवर लेने गए थे, तो वहाँ के कोको हेड मिस्टर मनीष शर्मा है शेयर समथिंग विद मी कि रात को 2 बजे उनको कॉल आया हमारे ड्राइवर का. ही वॉज फेसिंग सम इशूज़. सो उन्होंने बोला कि हमने रात को 2 बजे उसका गाड़ी को रिपेयर कर दिया और मतलब थिंग्स वर सॉर्टेड. बाय नून 12 o'clock ही गॉट अगेन द सेम कॉल फ्रॉम द ड्राइवर. ही वॉज थिंकिंग कि अरे अब क्या हो गया, है ना, कि अब क्या हो गया, अरे मैं तो इसका प्रॉब्लम रिजॉल्व किया था, फिर से प्रॉब्लम. तो हमारे ड्राइवर ने उनको कॉल किया था कि सर मतलब उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि आपके ड्राइवर को हमने पूछा कि अब क्या हुआ है, तो उन्होंने बोला कि नहीं सर हम हमेशा कंप्लेन करने के लिए फ़ोन नहीं करते हैं, आप हमारी इतनी हेल्प करते हो तो कभी कभी आपका हाल चाल पूछने के लिए कॉल करते हैं. 1 एंड एज OEM ऑलवेज शेयर के हमें सारी इंफॉर्मेशन दैट Benz had connect that online connection that iAlert, My Eicher app we have, right? Benz का truck connect maybe if I'm not wrong. So वहाँ से हमें सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाती है. तो अभी रिसेंटली हमारे साथ एक और इन्फॉर्मेशन शेयर किया गया कि हमारी कंपनी में फ्रॉम लास्ट 1 year 0 इंसिडेंट हुए हैं फ्यूल थेफ्ट. हमारी कंपनी में कोई भी ड्राइवर अभी कोई भी हमारे साथ कुछ ऐसा 0 फ्यूल थेफ्ट हो रहा है. एक 1 थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग एंड जो एपिसोड में मैंने देखा बाकी ट्रक ड्राइवर्स दे वर टॉकिंग इन देयर ओन वे, राइट? पर हमारे ड्राइवर्स जब बात कर रहे हैं उनका वे ऑफ टॉकिंग इट्स वेरी पोलाइट, वेरी हम्बल. सो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि बाकियों के ड्राइवर्स और हमारे ड्राइवर्स के बीच में काफ़ी चेंजेस आया. अभी दे नो हाउ टू डील विद द सीनियर्स और जूनियर्स, कहाँ पे बात करनी है, कैसे बात करनी है. अब किसी भी एक ड्राइवर को कॉल करो, हाँ अभी भी वो मुझे मैडम नहीं बोलते हैं, वो अभी मैं कब चेंज करूँगी मुझे पता नहीं है. मैं जब भी कॉल करती हूँ नमस्ते सर, तो मैं अभी भी उनका सर हूँ, शायद उनको मैडम बोलना आता नहीं है. तो थिंग्स आर वेरी चेंजेस नाउ कि आप हमारे ड्राइवर्स कभी भी गाड़ी रास्ते में छोड़ के तो थ्रेटनिंग तो कम बंद ही हो गया हुआ है. और वो जो रिटेंशन बार बार ड्राइवर चेंज होते हैं और उनका कहना क्या है एक ड्राइवर्स का कि अभी सुनवाई और कार्रवाई बहुत फास्ट हो गई है. तो वो चाहते हैं कि हमारी कंपनी में और लड़कियां आएँ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, बट थिंग्स आर मतलब इट विल टेक टाइम. क्योंकि आप किसी भी लड़की को अगर आप हायर करने की कोशिश करते हो द फैमिलीज हैज़ प्रॉब्लम, क्योंकि ये 24 hour into 7 आपको काम करना पड़ता है.
Let me get in, Vandana ji here. Very interestingly, her daughter was also part of the business. What prompted you to get her into the business? You were of course there.
Yeah. First of all तो myself only. मैं इतने समय से थी और हमारी इंडस्ट्री जो है वो उसमें जितने घर के लोग हो ना उतने कम हैं. जितना अच्छा काम करना है घर के लोग उतने ज़्यादा होने चाहिए. अपनी खुद की टीम इतने डाइवर्स वर्टिकल्स हैं, ऑपरेशंस है, मार्केटिंग है, ड्राइवर मैनेजमेंट है, वर्कशॉप मेंटेनेंस है, अकाउंटिंग है. हर जगह अगर एक घर का बंदा हेड करता है तो बहुत हम अच्छे से एफिशिएंटली काम कर सकते हैं. दैट वाज द मेन रीज़न. शी वॉज एफिशिएंट, तो कहीं और काम करने के बजाय हमारे साथ क्यों नहीं काम करे. दैट वाज द बेसिक रीज़न.
In fact, I was talking to a few couples who are part of the transport business, their company as well, and one input, the feedback I got was, the husband and wife are having lesser fights due to personal issues, and the fights are more on, operational issues. Our trucks are stuck here, so the dining table discussion was more on operations than on personal issues. Ishani, coming back to you, what more is John Deere doing to encourage women in the forefront, be it the dealerships or be it your company?
So John Deere is known as people-centric organization, and there are a lot more initiatives I have seen in all these years with John Deere. But of course, I truly believe that this is the time where we are focusing more on equity at workplace. So few of the initiatives, for example, there is a lot of focus on mentoring and sponsorship for women engineers. Second is we are running women's circle groups, and those are primarily not only for mentoring, but sharing developmental opportunities, talking about personal challenges, learning from somebody's experience. If you guys are aware about SWE, Society of Women Engineers, so that's a global non-profit organization, and most of our women engineers are part of SWE association. John Deere actually sponsors that membership for women. SWE provides a lot of developmental opportunities. They have annual conference, mentoring, and etc. So we are doing some of this. Another thing is, as I said, like developmental opportunities, through John Deere, we are actually grooming more and more women leaders. So, certification courses at Institute, Udemy, Coursera courses around upcoming technology. So I think I have seen, of course, women gets little bit more attention when it comes to development initiatives, but generally speaking, we actually focus on overall development of our employees through a lot of verticals.
You've been in the segment for a long time, so personally, how do you encourage the women around you? Especially the new joinees, if I may ask.
Actually, I have got a couple of my team members here today along with me since I got like complimentary passes. But what I keep doing is, and I am more into like managerial people manager role, and I'm very passionate about bringing more women at workplace. So very fundamental thing is we are all very capable of, everything that we decide for ourselves. All that we need is nudge at times, right? If somebody is not taking sit at the table in the meeting, I would make sure that I tell the person that, there's a chair and you have to be on a table. So I think little bit nudges like that. Second, knowing person is very, very important. So as you said about, drivers, right? They have a mentality, and until and unless you don't know the person, you don't know the strengths and areas of improvement. And I think same is applicable to our industry as well. Talking to people, understanding the strength, and get them talking. I think that's very, very important. And another thing is that I have seen many times for women, and also in our industry, it's easy to get mentorship. So if I say I need somebody who is senior to me and I need an hour with that person with whom I can do one-on-one, getting mentorship is easy today. What is not easy is advocacy and sponsorship. So if I'm not in the room, do I have advocates who would speak for me, who would trust me, right? And not judging women based on their life phases, judge them based on their skills. So just having a neutral perspective to the people. I think I have been in corporates for 15 years, and I know at times, again, times are changing, but then sometimes promotions are based on in which phase of your life you are. Sometimes, certain roles, people assume that, oh, it's a marketing role, maybe we should look for male resumes. And I would just say, don't assume, go with the skill, talk to people. So I think these are little things that I do, and then of course the organization, and we call male as diversity partner, they can do to bring the change.
Anuradha ji, final comments from you. You have actually been in the company right from the time your kids were born. You've actually seen the entire phase. Your kids were born, then they got married, those responsibilities. What would be your advice or encouragement to women to join this industry? Is it that challenging?
No, I would say that women should join because, again, I would say that it may be challenging on the field right now because of the infrastructure not being in place as per our expectations. But at HR and management roles and operational roles, women can really do well, and women can multitask, and I don't think they are anywhere behind men. So I would suggest that yes, women should join. We should encourage them.
Meenal, final comments from you. When you joined business, I mean, the transport industry is always a harsh one. When you joined office, did you see a shift in attitude within the office?
Definitely. I think Harinder mentioned, seeing women in office, drivers start having a little decorum. They say, "Ki, haan, theek hai, now there are women around, you better be a little well-mannered, well-dressed, soft-spoken, you cannot be harsh." As a child, I think in my last interview I mentioned as a child, or I wouldn't call myself a child now, but when I joined office post my graduation, the industry was extremely rough. Like you could really, I used to get scared coming to office when, you know, my dad and my manager would start beating up a driver for doing some theft, some mishap on the road, and it used to be really harsh. Coming from there to today, one, education has helped, one, gender diversity has helped, and the attitude of people has changed. So they've become much more calmer, they've become much more well-mannered, I'll say. So things have changed. I don't anymore see fights happening, harsh words being used. Of course, there are shoutings here and there happening, but apart from high pitch, I don't think I see any more things happening now versus what it used to be earlier. Of course, there are a lot of things to ensure this transition has happened because there's a lot more transparency now. Back then, you didn't have, like Anuradha ji mentioned, you didn't have technology. You didn't know where your vehicle is back then. GPS was not there. Telephones were not there. Now you have so much more transparency. So you are not blindly blaming anyone. Now if you're blaming someone, you have your data in place. So you know that what to blame on and what not to blame on. So things have changed. Attitude of both the driver and the management and the people have changed. Things have become much better. I think it's a very good place to work now. I don't see where a woman can't join in or there is any kind of gender diversity, at least like in offices. Maybe at the field, yes. It may be a little harsh still, but at offices, I don't think it's any more awkward for women to be there.
Well, friends, this is something flashing on my screen which says time is up. So I would really like to thank CVF for getting this panel together because this is probably the second time when women have been together on a forum. The first time being when Eicher Motors invited women to see the facility and to see how a truck is made. And let me put this, even Eicher officials were surprised that women hold so much knowledge. At first they thought, you know, what would we talk to the women? What would they understand about a truck? But these women are phenomenal in whatever they are doing. I'm sure next year we'll have many more people in this room and few more women adding to this panel. With this, I would really like you to give a thunderous applause to these women, and we hope to see much more from them in the coming years. Thank you very much.